Thank you for joining us for this new series, Protecting the Material Sovereignty of Our Indigenous Homelands. This is a partnership between me, Lily Hope, Chilkat weaver and teacher in Juneau, Alaska, and Gold Belt Heritage Foundation, with generous support in part from the Native Arts and Cultures Foundation Shift, Transformative Change, and Indigenous Arts Grant. We are taking you through the processing of a mountain goat hide. This has been soaked in a little creek for a while. It came down from Kodiak, Alaska, and here it is in Juneau. It's been sitting in a creek, so it's got lots of flexibility here. And what we want to show you is how the hair comes off of a hide. So bear with us as we pull out some ash from a fireplace, and we're going to move forward and put ash all on the hide side, not the hair side, of this particular hide. Let's do it. This was a gift from a friend from their fireplace, and I'm just going to turn the whole thing upside down on the hide. I don't want to breathe this, so I'm going to hold my breath. Thank you, Juneau Rain, for keeping us without ash in our face. So I'm going to spread this completely all over this hide, all over the backside, all the way to the edges. Every piece of it that is exposed, we want ash on here. So I'm really getting it to the edges, all the way out here, all the way on this side. Thank you to the hunter who brought this to us, to the guiding company who shared the hide. Thank you to the animal who surrendered their life for this work. Thank you for all the knowledge bearers who shared how to pull the hair off. Thank you to our friends who donated ash from 3 different sources. I'm gonna come all the way over here. Once I have it on this side, I'm gonna tuck it in. So I'm gonna bring the ash all the way over here and then fold this onto the hide side. So bring that this way. Ooh, gotta get some over there. Tuck this one in. So I wanna make sure that the hide, that it's touching, so I'm folding that in on itself. I'm gonna fold this part in. Here we go. Start folding that in. I just didn't want it to fall off the table. So then coming over here, getting ash all the way up in here, really rubbing it into all the places, all the way out. Here we go. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for these gifts. What happens? What happens now? We're gonna roll this up. So I'm rolling it really hide, tucking hide to hide, hopefully. Let's see. Not getting the fur too messy, although we are gonna wash it. And we're gonna tuck this up. This. Right? So hide together. And then we're gonna fold this in on its hair side, right? So folding it in, what was that, 4ths? And we're gonna tuck this folded over this way. And we're gonna put it inside this bag. I'm sure we didn't have plastic bags in the original incarnation of this. So, what was it? Some sort of other waterproof device, or a skin bag, or a tarp, or, oh my goodness. Let's see. Tuck that in. Flipping it over and getting it completely covered all the way inside the bag here. Put this back in, put it all over in there. Woo! And cover it up. Alright. Now, you want to find a warm, dry place that isn't going to freeze. It's going to keep this nice and warm and dry. Alright, so we've got this all wrapped up. I'm really gonna tuck this in and make sure that it's closed up, because it's kind of like putting bananas in with an avocado in a paper bag. Like, whatever happens inside this plastic bag is the magic. So in 7 to 10 days, we're gonna come back and open this back up, and see if we can pull some hair off of the hide. Yeah? See you there. Welcome back. It's been a few days. Got my gloves back on, and I'm gonna pick up this hide that's been sitting for quite a bit. I had to haul it up out of my heated storage downstairs in my boiler room. So here we go. It's pretty heavy. Hold on. It was wet and ashy for a few days. Okay, let's see. Magic. Unwrapping the magic. Here, you can see first. Whew. Here we go. Pulling our hide out. Okay. Put that down. And let's see what we got here. Whew. So that ash has really broken down on the inside here. It's really crumbled up. Whew. If we thought we had a strong smell a week ago, this is awesome. What I want to show you though is that we're actually going to flip it over and start pulling the hair off of the animal, because what happened is this hide got all broken down. So we're going to flip this right over. So we're going to find a spot here where we can just pull the hair right off. Okay. So we're going to go down into the roots, and the hide is already giving the hair away. As I put my fingers down in here, you can see that it's just peeling off. It's just giving it to us. It says, okay, do you need some hair? Here you go. Just pull it right off. And it's leaving a beautiful hide underneath. Let me pick this up and show you in just a second. It's leaving this beautiful, beautiful hide. So I actually want to pull it off in little clumps like this. Watch this. It comes right off like that. Ideally, we're gonna process and like let go of these guard hairs at the same time, but because it's so wet, we're gonna wash this first and then get it to the point of separating guard hairs from the wool that we want. So I'm gonna set this over to the side. That is beautiful. Beautiful, thank you. Ah, Indigenous science at work. This is so amazing. So here we go, clump number 2. Again, I'm kind of keeping it so that I can see where the guard hairs are. Not sure once we put that in the washing whether it's gonna stay that way, but I could just pull it in little tufts this way. Really going, my fingers are getting really close down onto the hide itself and pulling off about a handful at a time. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that was a nice pull. Thank you. Yes! Just the beginning of making a Chilkat blanket. Just the tiniest beginning. Woo! That's an awesome one. What? And there's absolutely nothing left on the other side. It's just the hair that we need for our blankets. So as we keep doing this, what you don't get to feel is that this is almost like silk. I mean, it's so thin. The fiber has just broken down so much. This hide is so soft. There's even a tiny hole right here that's coming through. It is really thin. Like, I kind of want to give this to one of my drum making friends, Abel Ryan, and have him make a drum out of a goat hide. Wouldn't that be beautiful? We're gonna keep at this for the next however long it takes to do one hide. And you can imagine, if however long this has been, you can imagine I've only done a small section of this, and we're just gonna keep at it. And that's one of 7 that we need for a Chilkat blanket. Wow! Awesome! It's coming off. Wow! Cute! The rest of it can come. Woo! Ouch! Wow! Look at that one! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yes!
Oh, it's
Wow! Do we want to see how big that roll was? Woo! We've been working on this for about a half an hour, just rolling the hair off as it can come into our fingers, like just petting it, and it comes right off. If we find points where it's not coming off easily, this is where we want to re-ash the hide and roll it back up, because for whatever reason this just didn't give. It's not giving, it's not processing the same. Maybe it had less ash on it, maybe it wasn't touching all the pieces. So we're going to go round 2 with this and put ash back on this particular part and roll it back up for another week or so and do it again. A fiber arts friend of mine down in Washington State, she owns a mill, and she said if we're going to send our hair down to her to be processed into roving or spinnable fiber, she requests that we dog brush or hair brush the hide before we start pulling the hair off. So it looks more like this and easy to wash out and less little clumps of like ash and everything else. We didn't do that on this one because we're going to go wash all of this out, and turning the hide upside down in a creek before you put the ash on it does a similar thing where it just gets most of the burrs out, like the sticks and random bush twigs and all that. So we'll see how this turns out, but dog brush it if you can.